Greetings, viewers. I'm Anastasia, teamed with Irene for day 16 of our progressive 50-day software architecture class. In day 15, we discussed performance optimization basics, including load balancing for traffic distribution and profiling tools for bottleneck analysis. Today, we're expanding to scalability patterns such as horizontal scaling to add resources and sharding databases to partition data, providing strategies to manage increasing loads while preserving efficiency and reliability.
Key evolution, Anastasia. Scalability ensures your architecture grows with demands, building on prior optimizations.
Outlining day 16 thoroughly. Scalability is the system's capacity to accommodate growth in users or data without degradation. We'll detail horizontal scaling by adding more instances and sharding to divide databases horizontally. Other patterns like vertical scaling and caching integration will be touched on. This ties to day 15's optimizations, where scaling amplifies load balancing and profiling for large-scale systems. Why emphasize scalability patterns? They manage exponential growth in users or data, preventing system overload. They maintain performance by distributing work, avoiding bottlenecks from day 15. Economically, they allow pay-as-you-grow in clouds. They support day 7's distributed microservices, enabling seamless expansion without monolithic limits. Basics of scalability. Vertical scaling upgrades a single machine's resources like CPU or RAM, simple but limited by hardware ceilings. Horizontal scaling adds more machines, offering unlimited potential via distribution. Elasticity auto-adjusts capacity based on demand, monitor metrics like throughput and latency to gauge scalability effectiveness. Scalability use cases. For high-traffic e-commerce during sales, horizontal scaling handles spikes. In big data analytics, sharding processes large volumes. Microservices from day 7 scale services independently. Serverless from day 10 offers built-in scalability without management.
Horizontal scaling techniques. Add nodes by replicating application instances across servers. Design statelessly to allow any instance to handle requests without session data. For databases, use master-slave replication for read scaling. Integrate day 15 load balancers to distribute traffic evenly. Advantages of horizontal scaling. Offers theoretically unlimited scale by adding machines, surpassing vertical limits. Enhances fault tolerance with redundancy. If one fails, others continue. Cost-effective using cheap commodity hardware. Provides flexibility in clouds with auto-scaling based on metrics. Horizontal scaling challenges. Managing state requires external stores for sessions or data sync. Increases complexity in coordinating distributed nodes. Network overhead from internode communications can add latency. Ensuring consistency in replicated databases needs careful models like eventual consistency. Sharding databases. It partitions data horizontally across multiple databases or nodes, each holding a subset. Shard by keys, like user ID or geographic region for even distribution. This reduces load on any single database, improving query performance. Tools like Vitess for MySQL or Citus for PostgreSQL automate sharding. Sharding advantages. Scales both writes and reads by distributing across shards. Enables parallel query processing for speed. Challenges include difficult cross-shard joins, requiring app-level logic. Resharding for growth involves complex data migration without downtime.
Scalability use cases. For high-traffic e-commerce during sales, horizontal scaling handles spikes. In big data analytics, sharding processes large volumes. Microservices from day 7 scale services independently. Serverless from day 10 offers built-in scalability without management. Scalability in microservices. Scale services independently based on load, like user service versus payment. Use day 27 service discovery for dynamic registration. Day 26 API gateways balance and route traffic. Day 9 event-driven patterns decouple for scalable async processing. Scalability metrics and monitoring. Track CPU utilization, memory usage, and requests per second to predict needs. Use day 18's Prometheus for metric collection and visualization. Set alerting on thresholds for proactive scaling. Conduct capacity planning to forecast and prepare for growth. Scalability best practices. Design for failure with redundancy and failovers. Automate scaling using policies in clouds like AWS auto-scaling. Perform load testing to simulate scale and uncover issues. Always optimize code and queries first per day 15 before adding resources. Scalability challenges. Maintaining data consistency across shards requires patterns like two-phase commits. Avoid cost overruns from overscaling by monitoring usage. Management complexity increases with more nodes. Cloud scaling can lead to vendor lock-in, mitigated by multi-cloud strategies.
Horizontal scaling in practice. Use AWS EC2 auto-scaling groups for cloud instances. In Day 20 Kubernetes, the horizontal pod autoscaler adjusts replicas based on metrics. Design stateless apps for easy replication. Manage sessions externally in Redis or databases for consistency. Sharding in practice. Select shard keys for even data distribution, avoiding hotspots. In Day 11 MongoDB, use built-in sharding with config servers. Automate rebalancing to adjust for growth. Employ shard-aware clients or routers to direct queries correctly.
Recapping Day 16, we overviewed scalability patterns from vertical to horizontal approaches.
Common scalability pitfalls. Premature scaling adds complexity before needed. Ignoring costs leads to unexpected bills. Poor partitioning causes imbalanced loads and hotspots. Without load testing, production surprises like failures under real traffic occur. Detailed horizontal scaling and database sharding with practices and challenges. The key takeaway: use these patterns to enable sustainable system growth and handle increasing demands effectively.
Recapping Day 16, we overviewed scalability patterns from vertical to horizontal approaches.
Welcome to Day 16 of the 50 Days Software Architecture class on YouTube, where we dive into essential scalability patterns. Today, we'll explore techniques like horizontal scaling and sharding databases, crucial for systems handling growth in users, data, and traffic. Our goal is to understand how these patterns maintain performance and availability even as demand increases. This session builds on previous lessons, integrating concepts from Day 15 on performance optimization and Day 14's secure protocols. We also connect back to Day 2's solid principles, which are fundamental for designing scalable and extensible components. Let's begin by understanding the basics of scalability and why it's a critical consideration in modern software architecture. Scalability ensures that a system can grow to meet increasing demands without compromising user experience or system stability. One primary method is horizontal scaling, which involves adding more machines to distribute the workload. This approach contrasts with vertical scaling, where you upgrade the resources of a single machine. Horizontal scaling offers greater flexibility and resilience, as the failure of one machine doesn't bring down the entire system. Next, we'll delve into sharding databases, a powerful technique for managing massive datasets. Sharding involves partitioning a database into smaller, more manageable pieces called shards. Each shard can be hosted on a separate server, distributing the data and query load across multiple machines. This significantly improves performance for large-scale applications by reducing the amount of data each server needs to process. Sharding also enhances availability, as an issue with one shard won't necessarily impact the entire database. However, implementing sharding requires careful planning, especially regarding data distribution and consistency. Choosing the right sharding key is crucial for even data distribution and efficient query routing. Improper sharding can lead to hotspots, where certain shards become overloaded, negating the benefits. Techniques like consistent hashing can help distribute data more evenly and dynamically. In summary, horizontal scaling and database sharding are powerful patterns for building resilient and high-performing systems. They allow architectures to adapt to growth, ensuring continuous service and optimal user experience. Thank you for joining us on Day 16. We look forward to exploring more advanced topics in software architecture with you.
On Day 17 discusses reliability engineering, fault tolerance, and redundancy.
Homework. Outline a scalability strategy for a hypothetical application, including horizontal scaling or sharding. Questions? Comment, we'll reply. Thanks. Like, share, and subscribe.